Let's go for part 3. This time it's going to be on my own though. So, let's see. A soft, warm sensation. I shifted under the weight atop my arm. The faint breath across my neck tickled. Time drifted by like soft, fluffy cotton wool. Okay. The chill of winter still lingering in the air, but I was so I was so toasty warm here. The soft the soft sensation and faint sweet fragrance were so nice. I wanted to stay curled up here all day long. Today is I ran through the shift sheet in my mind. Right, today was my day off, which meant I could've. So many grunts, man. Right, today was my day off. So I should have been able to relax in bed, but cracking my eyelids, I looked around. There was a lime green ceiling in the walls. My left side felt strangely cold. I was pressed further up against the window side than usual. What? I caught a glimpse of clavicil peeking out from the loose collar of the shirt. Such a gorgeous pale décolletage. What is that word? Décolletage. Wait, what? Why are you sleeping in my bed? In my arms was a girl who smelled like flowers. She looked younger without makeup, or maybe that was just the sleepy look on her face. It was too cold on the sofa. My anger deflated in the face of her nonchalant explanation. Forgetting about trying to extract myself from her, I babbled on. That's no reason to, and I said I'd take the sofa, but you told me to take the bed. You're so noisy. Don't you dare go back to sleep. I wanted to cuddle with you. You planned this from the start, didn't you? After yesterday's coming out, she'd accepted the separate sleeping arrangements remarkably well. But this must have been her intention all along. Fudetachi-san smiled mischievously, not looking the least bit abashed. Are you getting worked up? In a sense. Pressing my hand to my chest, I felt my heart thudding. It was more akin to the palpitation from a haunted house than anything else. Anyway, time to get up. I pulled back the covers, but Fudetachi-san remained right where she was in form of a weak protest. Already? Let's snuggle. We don't have that kind of relationship. But I want us to. She raised her hand cheekily, and I sighed. I already told you this yesterday, but I'm not into that. While I had been surprised to learn that Fudetachi-san was a lesbian, whether her feelings toward me were romantic or otherwise didn't change mine. I'm not into girls, be they 2D or 3D. I told her with finality. I was way too invested in my otaku pursuits to have any interest in real romance of any kind. What's 2D and 3D? It means I have no interest in women at all. She clearly wasn't getting it. She kicked her legs around. I was so sure you were gay, too. She muttered something to herself, but I ignored her, looking instead to the clock on the wall. Oh, look at the time. Gotta hurry up and get ready. You're going somewhere? Shopping. If you're going to be staying here, we need to get you a toothbrush and stuff. Last night, she used some amenities I had from work, but I didn't have an endless supply. Fudetachi-san didn't seem willing to go get her own stuff, so I wanted to get a few things in stock. Can I come with you? Huh? I mean, we're going shopping for you, aren't we? I had to fix that sentence. Right. Yeah, of course. She nodded she nodded to herself. I want to come too! Seeming to have perked up, Fudetachi-san jumped out of the bed energetically. She pulled her makeup pouch out of her bag, rummaged through it, and then dashed off to the bathroom. I'll be super duper quick, so wait for me! My apartment was suddenly all hustle and bustle. I could hear the rush of water from the sink combined with a loud running commentary. Oh, I'm going to borrow your toner, okay? Wait, this looks super expensive. Oh, you're... Before I could tell her she was free to use it, she was already boisterously shouting over me. This is like all brand name stuff! So loud. Feeling like my peaceful daily life was already being tainted by her, I made my way over to the fridge to get started on breakfast. About a 15-minute walk from my apartment, just past the station, was a large shopping mall that was perfectly convenient for picking up daily necessities. Since I shopped there all the time, I figured we'd be done in no time, but oh, how wrong I was. Let's get matching toothbrushes. Toothbrushes. Matching? I'll be pink, so I guess maybe you can be blue. Fudetachi-san casually caught hold of my arm and dragged me over to a colorful display. Chattering excitedly, she scoured through the shelves looking for the perfect item. I already have my own. I don't need another. Aw, come on. Doesn't the idea of matching stuff get you, like, totally hyped? Not in the slightest. Despite my flat response, Fudetachi-san's spirits weren't dampened one bit. After being dragged around by her for so long, my arm started to ache. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. It's a set with a cat and fishy. She giggled, pointing out a pair of mugs. This was starting to seem more like a date for a pair of newlyweds. Akuru, come look over here! Ugh, newlyweds, huh? Hey, Akuru! What is it, Ren? This soup mug is so cute! Hey, let's get one for Akumi, too. Well, then, let's get a whole set, shall we? Pink for you, blue for me, and yellow for Akumi. Yay! I love you, Akuru. You sure know how to get me to spoil you, Ren. Aw, that's kind of cute, though. That's kind of cute, though. No, wait, why am I the guy in this scenario? I shook my head to rid it of the fantasy. Crap, this girl was trying to reel me in. Hey, you can't just put it in the basket. I realized that she'd been tossing items into the basket willy-nilly, following her outstretched arm back up. I saw Fudetachi-san cocking her head at me in mock innocence. Huh? I can't? I already have 5 mugs. 5? For real? So, we don't need another. Why do you have so many? Do you have a boyfriend after all? So you do have a boyfriend? She sounded nervous. I answered curtly. With one of my previous husbandos, no matter how many times I entered the raffle, I always got the mug rather than the poster I was aiming for. I gritted my teeth against the painful memory of the past. I remember the store worker counseling me after I'd used up every last raffle ticket. Then I bought some more at events. Huh? Why do you buy more? Anyway, you can use the one I already have. In fact, it'd be a waste not to. Okay. She sounded a little put out as she shuffled back to my side. After walking around the store for a while longer, I heard a muffled exclamation from her. Oh. What? We're in the bed section. You want one? I can buy you one. You won't buy me a mug, but you'll buy me a bed? Well, if I get you a bed, you'll have to sleep in it, right? But I want to sleep in yours! If you want the same bed, that'd be this one. Signal. 27,000 yen. I pointed out one of the beds from the lineup. It was a familiar design, with drawers underneath and a convenient socket in the headboard. I didn't mean the same style, but if you want to buy a new bed, that's better for, snuggling than I'm a favor. I don't snuggle. Aww. Letting her protest wash over me like water off a duck's back. I checked the bag. I checked the tag. Ah, I can't speak. But I guess my current bed is pretty narrow, so maybe I should upgrade to a semi-double. If she was going to be sneaking into my bed every night anyway, I could take this as an opportunity to upgrade. To be honest, I didn't really have the cash to spare, but it wasn't that expensive. Right, like who knows what's going to happen? A queen would probably wouldn't fit in my room, would it? She's not even listening. I sat down on the bed to taste. Bro, I'm here to lick that bed to check if it's alright. Test its size. I thought Fudetachi-san was going to sit next to me, but instead she flopped onto her back with a loud woof. Wow, this one's super hard. Really? Oh, so it is. When I followed her lead and lay down, I found that the mattress did indeed have more recoil to it than my current one. It wasn't bad. It's plenty big enough. This could work. Spreading out my arm to get a better idea of the width and the fingertip. Okay. Spreading out my arm to get a better idea of the width, the fingertip of my left hand brushed Fudetachi-san's shoulder. She turned in my direction and our eyes met. Hey, so there's something that's been bugging me. Huh? She moved in a bit closer, regarding me earnestly. Her eyes seemed to glimmer slightly as she hesitantly parted her lips. Why'd you keep calling me Fudetachi-san? Huh? Like, can't you call me by my first name? She was looking up at me through her lashes, beseechingly. Bro, I can't say that word. Beseechingly. Suddenly feeling awkward, I quickly sat up. The bed squeaked under me as I sank further into it. If it's gonna squeak like this, then this bed is off the list. Bro, she's not even paying attention, man. She's just so focused on the bed. Dang, yeah, say no to squeaky beds, man. Those are fucking disgusting. Well, I mean, they're kind of hot when you're having sex with somebody because, you know, squeak, 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 squeak. But yeah. That's really cute. That's pretty funny. Trying to mentally distract myself, I looked down at where Fudetachi-san still lay on the bed. When I need to, I will. You need to. Now. No, I don't. I mean, it was embarrassing. Sure, I'd called plenty of girls by their first name before, but there was something awkward about this. Not that I really get it myself. Ugh! That was the perfect timing and everything! Propping her chin on the pillow, Fudetachi-san muttered to herself sulkingly. Feeling a little sorry for her, I addressed her with a slightly kinder tone as I suggested we move on. That's it! Hey, do you really need one of those? After purchasing all the necessities we currently needed, we were about to head home when we gaze landed on a particular store. Or rather than the store itself, the items it had on display. It's the same one Kohi-kun has! I want it. I was staring at a sword, just like the wakizashi sword, a short sword Kohi-kun carried. It seemed that this was a limited time pop-up store for Children's Day. Is that for, like, cosplay? You do that? No, I don't, but don't you feel like your life would be complete if you had it? Just having it in my room would feel like Kohi-kun was there with me. And anything that's important to Kohi-kun is important to me too. So, you do act like a girl sometimes. It showed? I wish you'd care about the things I like for once. Furitachi-san clung to my arm, looking sullen. She must have looked pretty funny because the store clerk smiled our way. So, what are you into anyway? I wanted to look around some more, but I didn't feel like I could talk to the clerk, with Furitachi-san hanging off my arm. Without much else to do, I carried on the conversation. She seemed to be thinking hard, then she glanced my way. Akuru? My condolences. You totally made a joke. Wouldn't it be narcissistic to agree? Oh, I guess so. I'd never thought about myself like that before, so I didn't really get it. But for some reason, this girl generally seemed to like me. I really don't get why, though. Yo, she can like me anytime. You can like me anytime. I'll take it. I don't understand most of what she said and did, but there was probably the thing that made the least sense to me. I got that she was into girls, but there were plenty of other women out there. So I thought this from the start, but what's so great about me anyway? We're different ages, and we have absolutely nothing in common. Just a feeling? A feeling? It was a simple answer, but isn't that a bit too simple? Girl, my daddy once told me that if you ever meet someone who makes you feel like you've been struck by lightning, then they're your soulmate. Uh-huh. Which means you're my soulmate, Akuru. Uh-huh. I really did not get this, girl. How did someone end up infatuated with an older stranger over such a simplistic reason? Plus, you're super cute. I'm not sure where you got that from. Something felt off about being called cute by a much younger and much cuter girl than me. Oh, are you blushing? So cute! She pressed herself against my arm, with a smile on her face, way cuter than anything ever to grace my own. When was the last time I could get away with acting so adorable? We eventually finished up shopping and headed home, laden down with bags of daily supplies and one Japanese sword. Here. Oh, like this? As soon as I opened the front door, a voice drifted out to greet me. Yup, looks good. I shouted in the direction of the sound. I'm home. Oh, Akuru, welcome back. She poked her head out from the bathroom and grinned at me. Perfect timing. Take a look at this. I already had a bad feeling about this. I was exhausted from work, so my first instinct was to ignore her. But Furitachi-san had already caught hold of me and was dragging me into the bathroom with her. What's going on? Ta-da! She held her hands out to the sink area, where 2 brushes stood in the center. The mirror above had been decorated with what seems like a highlighter pen. Isn't it cute? Very, very bright. Aww, it's totally cute. Besides the picture of a bunny drawn in pink was a speech bubble with the words, "God honey." I think you spelled it wrong. What? Where? Here, give me the pen. Okay. I took the pen from her hand and added an extra O to the God and an R to the morning. When I handed the pen back, she looked up at me with sparkling eyes. This feels totally like our first joint learning experience or something. It felt more like teaching some relative's naughty kid to me. Looking around, I saw that it wasn't just the mirror. The drab bathroom was now punctuated by flashes of vivid colors from Furutachi-san's themes. Oh! I arranged the cutlery and stuff too. Then, when she dragged me out into the kitchen, I found it dotted with garish colors, just like the bathroom. This isn't the most convenient arrangement. The cooking utensils she'd made me buy they were cute, now hung above the sink. Looking at it from the perspective of efficiency, they were kind of in the way. Looks good, right? Bro, I noticed like my voice, dude. It's so scratchy. Holy shit. Okay, wait. Sure. Still, her enthusiasm was so funny I couldn't help but smile slightly. Listening to her explaining why she'd placed everything where she did was starting to make me feel like we really were living as a couple. Even though she's not my girlfriend. She's not my girlfriend! She's not my girlfriend! Girlfriends aside, I bet it'd be nice to live with my husband though, Kohikun. In fact, I wish we'd live together. I bet he'd be as excitable as she is. Oh! So this is a frying pan. No need for a hearth. Does it really heat everything all the way through? Koikun's gazed at the utensils with interest before glancing around the rest of the room. It was so endearing the way his movement reminded me of when he was sword fighting. Kohikun is so cute. I want to cook him every day. No, wait, I want to cook together. Kohikun was very particular about his food, so he probably wouldn't want to leave it all to me. I painted a mental picture of my life together with Kohikun. Oh, I didn't replace the clock yet. Matching crockery with Kohikun. That'd be nice. Can't reach. Hey, Akudo, help me. Huh? Furutachi-san's voice pulled me out of my daydream with Kohikun and back to reality. The moment I stepped back to my senses. My voice, bro. Holy shit. Ren, what are you doing? I was just trying to get the clock down, but I can't reach. In her hand was a sword. It was the one I'd bought when we went shopping together, the same as Kohikun had. Stop! I'll get the clock! I rushed to stop her as she wielded the sword. It's like a sheath, like a pair of shears, attempting to pry the clock off the wall. Ren gazed at me in wide-eyed surprise. This is supposed to be treated with care. I'm sorry. What if you'd broken it? Glaring at her, I hugged the sword to my chest, but rather than looking apologetic, Ren was still staring at me dumbfounded. Akudo, you just... Just what? Nothing. Never mind. Huh? She smiled at me. Her cheeks flushed. Oh, I think I know what's going on here. I was confused by her reaction, but at least she seemed to understand. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm gonna go clean the bath. Oh, she's looking at your titties! That's what happened, bro. She was looking at your titties. Your abundons. Your aboom-babooms. Your badong-badongs. You know what I'm saying? Elated, she could fill a helium balloon, and she skipped off like she was the best mood ever because she saw your titties. Thanks? I thanked her as I tossed my shawl onto the sofa. What on earth has she gotten into? As I watched her head off to the bathroom, humming happily to herself, it finally struck me. Oh! Oh! No, I thought it was her titties. Oh, it was her name. Okay. Oh, I caught her by her first name. Okay, I thought it was because she got some titty action going on, like because she was holding the sword clutched to her chest, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it was the name. Huh. Wow, I'm such a pervert. Bruh. The break room at the Apparel Aso Hotel was quiet and still. Wait, I'm so confused. Trying to save. There you go. I had no idea how to fucking do it. Okay. The hand of the clock was past 3 a.m., and in a corner of the room, the lights were turned off to allow staff to grab some shut-eye. In the darkness, I slowly opened my eyes. Yo! Hayoshi. Jeez, you're such a sleepyhead. Don't be mean, Maakawa. Akuda's tired from work. Who's there? My head's still a little fuzzy. I slowly opened my eyes. There before me was a beautiful... Maekawa-kun? Oh, it was a guy. I had to stand up until just half a year ago. Honestly, you're gonna have to shape up if you want to survive here. This is Hirota Maekawa, already an experienced warrior at just 15 years of age. Flustered, I leaped out of my chair. The man to the side of us put his hand to his chin and chuckled. And you're Epsilon. Akuru. When was the last time I saw you? Must have been high school. A sweet, cherubic face surrounded by shining golden curls. Espion was another husbando of mine. Despite being the enemy, he was widely popular with the female fans, and Kamuk a decade ago had been awash with his. What are you doing here? At the same time, I was shouting in confusion. Another figure appeared behind them. A small frame in indigo kimono. Could it be... What a rude question. Wait, Kohi-kun! Husband of husbands, the man I stand above all, the master swordsman, Akirayama. Kohi-kun! I thought you and I had something special. Kohi-kun said, coming to stand beside me, wrapping his little bloody arms around my arm. He gazed up at me. Huh? You're my soulmate. Ren! I'm so happy! You finally called me by my first name, Akuru. Ren slowly brought her face in closer to mine. When she was close enough that I could feel her breath across my skin, she slowly closed her eyes in. What's the thought? Clatter. The loud noise of chair toppling over echoed through the stillness of the break room. Ah-chan? Shino, help me! My best friend peered down at me as I puddled on the floor and grabbed hold of her like she was a lifeboat in the stormy sea. She cocked her head up at me curiously. You okay? You seem like you were having a nightmare. What? Oh, it was a dream. Looking around, I found no one there but Shino. I got myself up and sat back down on the chair with a sigh of relief as Shino's turned on the lights. But what the hell was that all about? You were shooting Ren! Scared the crap out of me. Well, anything to do with this? Her eyes narrowed mischievously and she stuck up her little finger. I'd never seen anyone make that old-fashioned gesture in her life. She's not my lover. She's just my roommate. Oh, just roommate, huh? Wait, roommate? Her already narrowed eyes narrowed even further as she regarded me suspiciously. Yeah, you know her, actually. Remember that lucky blonde girl that we met at the cafe before? What? What? Don't shout. You'll give me a headache. What's going on? What do you mean? I looked away, wondering myself what the hell even was going on. But Shino didn't help me, and I have my cat right here. I'm sorry. She's just Twyla. How the hell did you end up living with some random girl you met in town? What is this, an Iragi? I couldn't say no. I sighed. There was no use lying to Shino, so I went ahead and explained everything that happened after meeting Ren at the cafe. After I'd finished telling her the story, Shino was silent for a moment. Then she muttered to herself, I can't believe you put the moves on the teeny bloper. I didn't! I cut her off vehemently. What are you? No. Twilight, that is not supposed to happen. I'm sorry. You're not even supposed to be going in there. You can hurt yourself, baby. Don't do that. There's like a lot of dangerous things in there. And I can't have you in there. Front desk. I didn't need this. On top of it. You have such a foofy tail. You got just a foofy tail. Hey, don't stop me from touching it. It's so floofy. What do you expect me to do, man? You got such a floofy tail. Hey, stop. You got such a floofy tail. But she proposed to you, right? She's pretty cute. You should totally go gay for her. Go gay? Yeah, like totally Yuri. No way. This isn't a freaking manga. Sure, the situation I was in right now was kind of like something straight out of a manga or a game, but a Yuri one, I wasn't into that. Besides, I'm only interested in chasing 2D guys. Being chased by a 3D girl is way out of my comfort zone. Uh-huh. She didn't sound convinced, still not completely awake. Oh my god, dude. I'm like a fucking nutshell, man. I'm just a fucking... Oh my god. Okay. Enjoying the feel of its... Still not completely awake. I slumped my face down on the table, enjoying the feel of its cool surface against my skin. You know, I feel like I've heard this story somewhere before. I highly doubt anyone else has been through something as crazy as this. Closing my eyes, I thought back on the dream I'd just been having, and sighed even deeper. I wish I could see that first part again. Oh, you've got it. Wait, I've got it. Oh, I've got it. Huh? After thinking to herself for a moment, she seemed to have a light bulb moment. Right, it was in this old manga. Man, this takes me back. You used to read it whenever you were around at my place, remember? Huh? this race of aliens invade Earth, and the human leader ends up in this cat and mouse game with the alien heroine. In that one, it's the heroine courting the hero, but it's pretty much the same. Courting? You know that marriage thing was all a misunderstanding. Yeah, that's part similar too. Hey, Globe. It is totally Yuri, bro. I had a vague recollection of the story Sheena was talking about. She'd had a ton of manga, and there was that one particular series I couldn't put down. Right. The heroine thinks his marriage proposal, the protagonist, makes to his childhood friend is meant for her. See, it's totally the same. Yeah, it went something like that. Thinking back on my fuzzy childhood memories. Right, I was totally taken by that tale, wasn't I? What's the problem? It's like cat and mouse between a cute, trendy girl and a 2D obsessed geek who lives in her head. Throw space into the mix and you got yourself one hell of an epic story. I've got enough on my plate without the space part, thanks. I love that space bullshit. Battle shit. All these hot young soldiers find themselves on the front line where friendship and love blossom in the face of imminent death. Shino's voice was soft but frenetic. You sure love your death fix. Death is the final destination for their relationship and the ultimate climax. Thinking about it, I can see Kohikun in a death fic. Stop! Don't drag my husband into your fantasies. Give Shino an opening and she'd run with it. I like BL too, but I didn't obsess over the relationship she did. Not to mention, I couldn't deal with dark stories where the protagonist died. Deathfic aside, I would love to see more doujinshi. They're having this fun event, but it's still a fledgling fandom. We need something to trigger the boom. Shino unlocked her phone and stared down at the screen, something glimmering in those narrowed eyes of hers. If there was a Kensho-only doujinshi event, artists would probably make stuff for it. But that probably wasn't going to happen anytime soon. Before my thoughts could go any further, I heard a grave whisper. Of course. Shino pushed her glass up with one finger, squinting down even more intently to her phone. She looked like an evil general plotting her next battle move. If it doesn't exist, we just have to make it ourselves. Shino? The light from the fluorescent lamps glinted off her milk bottle glasses. The next instant, her fingers were flying over her phone with incredible speed. Shino, what are you doing? Tritter? So apparently in this game, Tritter is basically Twitter, but, you know, this is... You emailed an events company? What? You already have the venue? What time did you say? What? My memory of what happened after that was hazy. All I knew was that a few days later, I found myself carrying a stack of flyers Shino had designed for the Kensho-only doujin event. Whee!